Hello everybody and welcome to the second to last episode of Let's Play Dark Souls. Get excited guys, because we are going on a straight boss run. It's going straight to Nito here, and then after Nito we're going straight to Gwyn. So 2 episodes left. Get pumped. All action here. There's nothing boring left, so let's just get going. Now you saw me head pretty much all the way to Gwyn last time. Now this time I'm just going to skip all of the enemies more or less and just head right there on a beeline, because I don't want to waste that many Estus flasks. And we were a lot closer when I died to Paladin Leroy than I'd even care to admit, because we were pretty much right at Nito, and if I had beaten Paladin Leroy, I probably would have just beat Nito in the last episode. But that's okay, because we're going to beat him in this one. And it's kind of nice because, Nito kind of deserves his own episode. He's kind of a cool boss. Definitely one of the cooler boss designs I've ever seen. And, oh my god, a crystal lizard. I can't believe that survived. Zweehander attack. It somehow lived. Alright, but anyway, once you come up here, you're going to find a very thin walkway, and over that thin walkway, there are going to be these crazy skeleton column things. And that is what they do to you if you get too close, as I was trying to warn you last time. So, but a couple of fire orbs should take care of these guys no problem, and since I definitely don't think I've ever used fire on Nito, and it might actually be good on him, but I've never actually used it on him. I mean, I don't mind spending some fire right here just to clear out enemies, because why take chances and waste Estus flasks? I'm already down to 18, which may not seem like too little of an amount, but still, why take chances? I took a few too many chances against the pinwheels in the room right before Nito, before even filming this video, and I died. So you might see my blood stain at some point while we run through there. But the moral of the story is, don't take stupid chances before a boss. Just get in there and do what you need to do. Alright, so don't be fooled. There is actually a skeleton right around the corner of this guy, and he's ready to stomp you off the cliff. I've actually seen him do that in a previous game, so be prepared to dodge that very quickly. Getting knocked off the cliff right before the boss is not a very fun encounter. So anyway, this is the last room before Nito. In this room, you actually are going to find baby skeletons, which I'm not going to fight, at least I don't believe so, in this run. So instead, you're going to see me just probably fight and run around the pinwheels. Now, the baby skeletons, you can actually farm for humanity. Once you clean out the pinwheels, they don't respawn. And then you can fight the little baby skeletons who respawn forever. They literally never stop respawning. There they are. There's the babies. So you can go down there and just keep fighting them, and they have a high humanity drop rate, so they are actually really good to farm for humanity. Now I'm going to, as you can see, kind of avoid a lot of the pinwheels here. I'll take that one out, and there's my blood stain from trying to fight the pinwheels before and getting attacked by all angles. I think I've realized just about how moot it is to try to fight them at this point. So I'm just gonna kind of ignore them for now and just run up this ramp here, because you know what? Once you get through the fog door, they're not gonna follow you. So you can just run right through here, roll through a bunch of sticks, and hit through the fog door. And this is where we're gonna fight Nito. But the fight doesn't start right away. So now that we have a nice little moment of pause from the action, we can heal up, and I'll change my armor a little bit, because we're going to need to have 2 weapons here, my divine weapon and my Zweehander, because it does more damage. So there's no way I can do that with my current armor set and still be able to flip and roll. So we're just gonna get rid of the Darkwood Green Ring altogether and go with Havels. So that way I can have the 2 swords equipped at the same time, along with some better armor. Because I figure, what the hell, Nito kind of can hit like a truck. He's very slow, but he hits strong, so it's important to have good armor against him. So I'm gonna put on the Black Iron set, I believe, or at least a piece from the Black Iron set, maybe Havel's legs, and then I will have I'll have the Divine Claymore as well, because when you first jump into this match, that is the crucial moment in the entire boss fight. You have about 15 seconds to clear out a bunch of skeletons with your divine weapon before they can be respawned. Once Nito gets over to where you are, it becomes extremely difficult to kill them, because he tends to kill them himself. And if you don't kill them with the divine weapon, then they will continually respawn over and over and over again. So if Nito kills them, they'll just keep coming back to life. And they'll attack you a few times, and Nito will kill them before you can kill them, and then they come back to life, and they'll attack you a few times. And it usually leads to higher Estus use or death. So the first few moments is key. So anyway, The really tricky part about this fight is you actually have to drop off this little ledge in order to start it. And that's going to cause you to take about half of your life bar in damage, which means that you have to be really, really ready to use an Estus before you go. So wish my guy luck, and we'll see if he can take on Gravelord Nito. Let's go. And this is one of the cooler looking bosses and cooler looking openings to a boss that I've seen. He just comes out of his crypt ready to rock. And yeah, Gravelord Nito and his sword are completely comprised of skeletons. Oh yeah, and he can hit you from across the map, so watch out for that. That can also poison you, which can really suck. Alright, so here comes the skeletons that spawn as soon as you start. You gotta take them out with the Divine Claymore. And once those 3 skeletons are dead, you have to try to keep Nito on this side of the playing field. Because there is a bunch of giant skeletons on the other side that have the same rules, they respawn. And you do not want to aggro them at all. So if possible, you keep them on this side, you keep Nito on this half of the area, or rather, you don't move onto the other side of the area, and you'll avoid them attacking you. Now, Nito has 3 main attacks. He can swing his sword around, which is very slow and very telegraphed, as you can see. Very easy to dodge or block. He also can do that area of effect poison attack, which is he's going to do right now, which you can just back up to avoid or block with your shield to take away most of the damage. And I'm using the blood shield, but it actually might have been a better idea to use the spider shield for this match, because that poison damage could pretty much be completely mitigated with the shield if you use that. But his other attack, he stabs the ground, which you've seen once, and you'll see him actually perform it again later. He will stab the ground, and a sword will shoot up out of the ground underneath you to hit you. I'm not sure if that's dodgeable. It may be if you roll at just the right time, or if you have the Dark Wood Grain Ring and have higher invincibility frames. I'm not 100% sure. It does a decent chunk of damage, probably about a quarter of your health if you have about as much vitality as I do now. But Nito really isn't too much of a deal breaker. As long as you stay close to Nito, he won't use that like unblockable attack. And the area effect poison and his own sword slashes are fairly simple to dodge in their own right. As you can see, I am making quick work of Nito. He's halfway down. I still have 13 Estus flasks left to go. And, I mean, this fight would be a lot more difficult if you only had 10 Estus, I admit. But that is one of the reasons why they give you Rite of Kindling before it. It makes Nito a lot easier, and there's virtually no exception where you would actually have less than the 20 at this point for Estus flasks, because you have to fight Pinwheel in order to get here. So you're always going to be able to kill him. Alright, so here is where he does the area of effect poison, and as you can see, still takes away some health, but not too much through a shield, so it's good to know. Now this is the attack I was talking about. He stabs the ground, and boom. Pretty much unblockable. But as long as you stay close to him most of the time, he will not use it. He's much more likely to do what he's doing right now, and just swing at you with his sword, which gives you plenty of opportunities to finish him off like I just did. Well, what is it? That is the last Lord boss, and in my opinion, probably the easiest. Now, if you think about it, the Bed of Chaos is pure annoying because you get knocked into the holes all the time. 4 kings, you need to be quite a tank, and that can be pretty difficult if you can't put out enough damage. And then obviously you have the Seat the Scaleless, which is also fairly easy, but can be annoying if you get cursed or if you don't know like the right strategy, because it's kind of fickle. You can get killed very cheaply in Seath. But this guy, he's pretty easy to beat if you know what you're doing. So it's the one exception. And he does look so cool. Alright, so anyway, we're going to head to Firelink and finish this episode up by opening the chamber to Gwyn. So basically, next time we will have a free shot at the boss after we unlock his seal. So, in other news, get ready, because next week we are starting a new LP here in Cool Quotes channel. And if you guys are curious as to what it is, there will be a teaser trailer out tomorrow that will reveal the identity of the game I am going to use. So, if you're interested, unlike this guy who you need to hit in the head to get him interested in anything, if you're interested, make sure you check it out tomorrow. The teaser's pretty cool, and I mean I put a lot of effort into making it, so it should be cool. So just make sure you take a look at it. It's only about 1.5 minutes long, so when it goes up tomorrow, it'll be on my channel. Check it out. Alright, so anyway, after this obnoxiously long loading screen, which I feel like is probably just an issue with my own PS3 as opposed to the game itself, because seriously, does it really take 5 seconds to load this little cutscene that we've seen 5 times already? Probably not. And man, this guy needs some mouthwash or something. I mean, that's disgusting. Alright, but anyway, the only thing we have to do left for this episode, and I'm going to sign out right now before we even bother, is we have to unlock Gwyn's seal. So we're going to head up to the Lord Vessel and do that. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Enjoy the last cutscene of this episode. And I will see you as we take on and defeat Lord Gwyn on Friday in our big Dark Souls finale. Keep watch. Enjoy. Have a nice day. This is Cool Quoth, and I am out.